Hey everybody, Bonehead for the Bonehead podcast, and yesterday saw the biggest, most useful update to Blood Bowl 3 we've had yet. When the game launched, didn't run very well. When it got updated, it didn't run very well. Now I've put myself out there through the rigmarole of playing some Blood Bowl games. I'm 7 games into Blood Bowl 3 now since it's been updated, and I think it's time to answer the question, is it fixed? And the answer is mostly. It is still not perfect. There are still things that don't run perfectly, but I can say I played 7 games on the main ladder since the update's gone live with Skaven, obviously, and I've gone 5-1-1 so far. I'm on my way to hitting silver. I have actually had no major issues at all. I've had one person bail on our game, but that was because I was 2-0 or 2-0 or 2-1 up against him, and I was about to score to go to the 3-1 against Skaven against Dwarves, so they kind of bailed. That's a concession. I won 4-0 in the end because of the concession, and you know what, that's okay. So I've played 7 games and I've had not a single technical difficulty. I've seen some stuff on the Blood Bowl community. I've seen some people saying that they've got players ghosting, disappearing, having double scores and stuff like that. Hey, I'm only 7 games in, and I've had none of it. And I've booted up the system, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 different times. You know, loaded up Blood Bowl 3 4 or 5 different times and connected all throughout the day and the evening. And I've had no major issues. Now, there's still some difficulties with the actual game. Animal Savagery does not work as it should. You should be able to splat dudes on the ground, but you can't pass. The pass skill doesn't work. That one stitched me up a real treat because I rolled a 1 on a fumble, and then it was like, would you like to use the pass skill? So I clicked yes, I would like to use the pass skill, and then it promptly didn't use the pass skill. It came up on the log saying I've used the pass skill, and then there was no reroll, there was no change, and I fumbled the ball. I'm pretty sure that was in my lost game, actually. That was a great game though. It was Skaven. I think I lost 3-2. It's a proper shootout, which was awesome to see. Okay, so the most recent, the Season 1 patch, okay, so Season 1 1.1.1.0, there's a few important things in there that I think are definitely worth talking about. The official ladder is here. Blood Pass Season 1 is here. Why is that important? That's important because the Lizardman team is now here, which is pretty cool. Manager progression, distinctive team colors, don't care about that. Dugout, visual customizations, super don't care about that. Reconnection feature, the reconnection feature on PC. That is awesome. So if your opponent times out, it gives them 5 minutes to reconnect, or it auto forces the concession. Which is basically what happened against that dwarf team. I don't think they conceded. I think they just rage quit the session, and it just timed out. So that's fine. I was really glad of that as a player. I was like, okay, fine. They've got 5 minutes to come back or not. I guess it could be a bit annoying if their opponent's having connection issues and they keep timing out. But ultimately, that's kind of just a downside of playing on the internet, I guess. Especially on a turn-based game like this. If it was asymmetrical, it wouldn't be quite so bad. But where it is certainly not asymmetrical and probably shouldn't ever be, then you kind of have that element to it that, well, that's always going to be the case. I guess the really interesting thing here is beyond the addition of the Lizardman team. I mean, we knew lizards were coming. We saw the release of all the teams that are kind of hidden within there already that will be given to us every 3 months, because the way the Blood Pass works is every 3 months you get a team, you get some stuff. But the biggest thing is this Lustrian season. So this is the official ladder. I don't think anyone's actually ranked yet. That's fine. But as it stands, the season's going on for 79 days. And you go and play games. And it's got this system here, which you can see, which is the bronzing of you. So if you go to the rewards, you get points for winning games. So I'm in bronze division at the moment. As soon as I get to 1200, I'll go into silver. At 1400, you go into gold, and you kind of work your way up to platinum diamond. That is just very Magic the Gathering. I'm all right with Magic the Gathering. You've got the comp parameters. We don't need to worry about that here. So you can see I'm in the way of this, but you can see here my score's 126. I need to get to 200. And you kind of get that by playing turns in a game. This is something I actually think is really good. So if you get DC'd or your opponent concedes 10 turns into a game, you only get the experience points equal to 10 turns in a game. So you kind of, the longer the games go, the more experience points you get, the more you get out of it, which is very useful, because if it was based entirely on wins and losses, then if you come across somebody who just rage quits over and over and over again, you end up leveling super fast and you don't really earn it. Also, your teams don't get the extra MVP. So if somebody concedes in Blood Bowl 3, you don't get 2 MVPs. You just get the 1, which is a bit of a shame. But what can you do? So the cool thing is they've got this ladder that is up and running now. We have also got a Bonehead podcast ladder, so come and join us in the Discord. Trips is organising and running that. They haven't got the full admin tools up and running yet for running leagues. Apparently that's coming this month, or this Blood Pass this season. So that's going to have extra tools and extra abilities for us to kind of flex a league. But it does mean there is a Bonehead podcast ladder. Now, I was binging main ladder because I wanted to get games in repeatedly, immediately, on day one. And I just wanted to try it out. I just wanted to try it out to see if it works. And it works. It took a little while to connect to a couple of the games, but then depends if I play on your lunch break or something, it might not time out with everything. I played two this morning with breakfast and on my morning call, so you can kind of fit games in, which is a beautiful thing. They're about an hour and a quarter per game for Blood Bowl, which is a little bit too long to sneak a game in too often. But my first morning session was one proper game and a concession game, so it was kind of like, I managed to get those in. But you don't care about that. Is the game fixed? Is the game usable? Let's have a nice little background of my beautiful Skaven team as we kind of go through this. Yeah, I mean, I've had no problems. I've had a really great time playing this since yesterday. So I've had a couple of issues, like I said. Animal Savagery isn't working right. Pass isn't working right. Has anything else happened that's really annoyed me? No, you have those games where the RNG seems to have it out for you, but that's just Blood Bowl. Like, literally, you set up, you roll a blitz, and your opponent does stuff, and then you pick up the ball and you roll a 1, and you re-roll it into a 1, and that's your turn. That happens in Blood Bowl. That's not on the game. That's not on Blood Bowl 3. That's just on Blood Bowl X. All Blood Bowl. Forever. So, ultimately, I have only played 7 games, and I have had no problems, which is fantastic. There are definitely people out there who have had problems. Like I said, people going missing, stuff going missing, players and things, but I have had no issues at all, which is absolutely magic. So I'm all right with that. I'm happy to say that in my opinion, from my experience, the game is up and running, and it is very cool because we've now got lizards, which is pretty great. Now, you do have to buy the lizards. I'll tell you what, we'll come back out of this. We're going to the shop. Blood Pass. You go to Blood Pass, and there is a thing here. I don't know what this is. Okay. Good game. Cheers. Where you can buy the Blood Pass. And if you already had the game, the Blood Pass is going to be free, and you're going to have to... Here we go. You're going to have to buy it for 0 Blood Bowl gold gems. So you don't have to worry about that. Ooh. You know what? Customizations are horrifically bad as an idea, but some of them do look pretty cool. Some of them don't. I've got some on my Skaven team. Not that fussed by them. Anyway, do I want the shop? No, we want teams. We want to create a team, and we are going to create a Lizardman team, because I do think that the Lizardman's team on this game does look pretty cool. Let's create a manual team. Let's do that. Let's go to customization. Let's have a Croc Score, a Saurus, a Chameleon, and a Skink. Engage. Recruit. And customization. Let's go to jerseys, and we'll get the graphics for the player here, which I realize my banner is right slap bang in the middle. So let's tick you down a little bit. There we go. And we come back to the game, and you can see actually like the players look very cool. And I think, let's see, I wonder if the color here the color changes the actual lizard. Which, I mean, regardless of how you feel about the game and whether or not you're struggling with any kind of issues, being able to quickly come up with a team scheme like this. There's your Saurus. There's your Chameleon. Oh, look at him with his little hot pants on. And then you've got the little Skink boy here. So you can't change the actual core color of the piece. So the Chameleon is green, Skinks are blue, Crocscore's blue, Saurus is blue, but you can change their kind of accent, their scale color on the back, which I think is really great. So I guess to summarize, is the game fixed? It's well on its way. It's fully playable most of the time. Like I said, it's still buggy. It is not perfect, but I've had 7 games, no issues, a ton of fun, a ton of stress, and now we've got one more team to play with. It's not the best value, it's not the best finish, and I know that rightly everyone was kind of up in arms about the shop and the upgrade system. Don't use it. I think it's pretty good. Anyway, come to the Discord, come play in the league, or just let us know how you're getting on in ladder, because I've had a lot of fun so far and I'm gonna keep playing. And yeah, it's not perfect, but neither is Fumble. So you kind of pick what you want. If you want immersive, cool graphics, real rules, you go for Blood Bowl 3. Asterisks, some of the rules don't work brilliantly. If you want a great game, Blood Bowl 2. The rules are old, fair enough, still fun. If you want all the rules done properly, all the teams available, and for no money, you go to Fumble. Or, you know, you print off some models and you get them to the tabletop. It's just an awesome mixture of things right now. But for me, Blood Bowl 3 works beautifully for me, and it's going to crash at some point, but I've had no crashes, I've had no bugs, and I'm actually really pleased with it. I could be the lucky one, but so far, so good. Anyway, I'm sure we'll talk about it on the podcast next week. Trips is our Blood Bowl 3 correspondent after all, but I just wanted to kind of jump in, put my 5 eggs out there. 7 games, no issues, good fun. Anyway, let me know how you're getting on with Blood Bowl 3 in the comments below, and hopefully I will see you on the Bonehead podcast ladder at some point soon. Have a good one. Happy blocking. Thanks very much for watching. We really appreciate your support. If you want to support the channel even further, please like and subscribe. It really does help us out. Or come join us on YouTube members or in Patreon, where you can get exclusive access to some content, some loot, early access to basically everything we do, as well as regular competitions. Or you can pick up some Bonehead Podcast loot either on our website at boneheadpodcast.com. We've got the Dungeon Bowl things, we've got tokens and stuff like that, or on our Spreadshirt site as well. Everything you do just helps us make more content and hopefully do it of better quality. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Happy blocking.